What's up guys, this is Frenzy, welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with Mafoto, castle level's 28, same level as my archer. Although my archer still only has one piece of gear that's over level 24. I found some like exceptional gloves, they're nothing amazing. I lost like 90 hit points for around 40 DPS or something. So nothing too crazy yet. Alright, so I don't know if you can get this this Mega Mutton back farther so that I have to engage when I'm already over these mouse traps. Probably not, but that would help you out a little bit. Just because I don't have a reliable form of escape, you know. This is good though. I have to pull back all the way unless I want to take the Zeke shot, which is pretty good. Alright. So I pulled two groups kind of accidentally. It's okay though. I can actually pull this Jimbo back enough so that I can kill him without killing the Defendatron. Because Jimbos are quite a bit faster than Defendatrons. Alright, I think there's still a dampener back here, or did I kill it? Looks like I killed it. Alright, keep going then. It's gonna take me a while to actually learn these rooms from a playing standpoint. I don't only have one potion actually. I'm gonna have to restock on potions before I go into the next castle. Alright, well I ended up getting pulled by that, but unfortunately he died to my volley. That's one of the weaknesses of Cyclopses, is they can die to volleys from archers with high DPS. Alright, so we have another Explodifier pull. I think I will pull two groups in this case. I think that's almost always the correct call. When you're at least like the same level as Explodifiers and the mobs around them, you should pull two groups because you don't waste as much time. Actually, I'll let that bomblet hit me. Same with that one. And that one. That's a lot of damage that I shouldn't have taken. Alright. Oh, he's not dead. Okay. So another good Explodifier pull, but they are much weaker now that I'm higher level and I'm actually leveled up to their, to their point. Also, the Ballista is actually better against them than my last bow. It's just a little weaker against, like, big DPS units where I have to auto-attack them a lot, because it's, like, kind of weaker attack speed, I guess. But the fact that it goes through the bomblets actually makes it a lot easier for me. Alright, I probably shouldn't pull two groups, although this is all chickens, so I'm wondering what's coming next. I don't really understand the chickens. Alright, we have a Dr. Skull that's raising units. Which is fine, I'm not all that worried about that. Just kill him off, and then volley this group. No big deal. Personally, I'm not a fan of Dr. Skulls at all, really, anymore. Looks like there might be another one here, with Snotters instead. I think the Snotter one is better just because Snotters are better units overall. They can actually do pretty decent DPS if you let all of them hit you. Alright, and then we have a Mittens as well. And the Mittens getting healed up. Did end up killing it though. So I must have pulled two groups here, but it's not the hardest two groups that I've ever pulled because, I mean, attack speed on these Dr. Skull summons are not going to do all that much. Like, they're just weak units overall. in my opinion. Alright, keep going. Snotter inside of the wall. What is it pulling? Alright, Zeke with a Defendatron, that's pretty standard. It's a neat little thing that you tried to do with... hopefully I was going to rotate my screen and get shot by him in the back. Because I would have pulled this Snotter and then not known what it actually pulled if I had rotated my screen a little bit quicker. Alright, and then the boss room. Captain Clubbage. Alright, so I think you can't attack Captain Clubbage when he has that fire going around him or something. I don't know. I just healed him when I was attacking him. I'm not sure if it was because of the Defendatron or because of his fire. I don't really know how Captain Clubbage works because you never really see him. But I mean, the first part of your castle I liked. The second part of your castle was a little bit easy because Dr. Skull's, Mittens, stuff like that, they're not really commonly used mobs for a reason. They're just not that good. I mean, it's interesting ideas. The problem is they're just weak units. You know, Dr. Skull summons die to one volley no matter what. They don't really do all that much damage even if you got hit by them. They're kind of like derps in a sense. Anyway, we'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Next up we have Lord Flashheart, castle level's 15. Jump into it on my knight. Run through it really quickly, see what he's got. Alright, so I probably pulled 2 groups here. Not a big deal, because I am a little bit... I'm like over-leveled, you know. But it looks like I didn't actually pull 2 groups, so I'm not sure why you had 4 Snotters out here to pull for 1 group. I feel like you should, you know, set it up so that you have your full 2 groups. You know, pull this one through the wall up into this corner, pull this one through the wall over into this corner, and then you can have a 3rd group right here. So that you have to fight, you know, a possible 60 supply if you pull the entire room. Alright. Pete Poundworms are pretty good at your level. They'll do quite a bit of damage. So, like, the main problem with these Smelly Warriors, they just don't do enough damage to really justify this specialization. I mean, it's a 4-point unit, it should do more than 40 damage, even though it's hitting me pretty quickly because it's enraged. It's just like a thorn in my side, it doesn't really matter. Okay, little time waster group. Unfortunately, castle timers have been made so easy to get through that time wasting isn't really an option anymore. You can protect some of your loot by lowering the star value, but I think my castle went from something like 6 minutes to 11 minutes from last patch to this patch, which is a crazy big change, like crazier than the last time they changed timers, which is I think in patch 17. So I don't know, it's not really a valid option. You really have to have sustained damage. The problem with these lower level castles, which it seems like the devs have been noticing that, ironically, it's actually difficult for people to loot castles in the beginning of the game. I guess because they don't have access to all the different skills. So it might be fine. Like, you might have a pretty good castle here, and I'm, like, you know, saying things, like, for your level, this could be pretty good. But it's gotta be pretty difficult for an experienced player to not get through castles at lower levels. Because 4 potions is just a ton for, you know, 4, 5, 6 rooms. Like, I like this setup. The last setup, the one thing that I'm going to say is, again, Smelly Warriors, not the best unit to use. Personally, I don't really like them. Just, like, cost for what they do. I don't think it's really worth it. But I liked this setup with the 2 archers and stunning Cyclops. Alright, then we got one of these cross rooms. There's only a couple things that I really like in these cross rooms. The only thing that I really like to do in these cross rooms is have a Snotter that gets pulled over around here, and have a Scorpio that comes up and pulls you into another group. Everything else seems like it would be better off in other rooms, because there's just so much space to maneuver around in this room, you know, to dodge all of this stuff. This is actually a pretty long castle for your level, I have to say. Which I guess could be good. If you like actually have 355 defense points or whatever at this level. They've balanced it so it's not really an exploit anymore, so I think it's fine if you do. I'm not sure exactly what you have. It says the chest is locked, maybe because your shield's up, or because I'm on a practice run or whatever. So I can't actually see how much time I would normally have to get through your castle. But I'm guessing I'll see a boss room within the next room or two. I only have one potion of this type as well, so I'll have to buy some after this run. Alright, so there's the boss room. Alright, archers. If I didn't see those in time, I would have taken a lot of damage right there. I'm going to use my last potion just to be safe. This is another good group, though. Alright, so you have a Squidly in your boss group, a lot of archers. So this is kind of a setup I used to use, a little bit different, though. I think I used to use all archers. You have quite a few archers with like 2 possibilities to stun and make sure that they all hit, which is quite good. I like this a lot. Probably one of the best boss rooms that you can have at your level, to be honest. Once you do get up to the archers and start attacking them, though, they die very quickly, as you can see. That's the only downside to it. But yeah, pretty good castle. I mean, I only got 2 stars, and I'm quite a bit over-leveled compared to your castle, so should be working out pretty well for you. For people that are more, you know, in tune with your level. So we will jump into the last one in just a second. Alright, and lastly we have Ralph. Castle level is a 26. We'll jump into it on my archer.
Let's go to work.
Alright, so there should be a pull coming from around in here. There it is. Defendatron. Alright, so it's a pretty simple group. I just have to kind of time out a volley if I wanted to do that. Something like right now. So that as soon as that shield goes down, I get the volley off, and it killed pretty much everything. I could do the same thing here. I'm not going to, though. I can just auto-attack it. Mainly, everything that's not really an elite dies pretty quickly. So, I mean, I took a little bit of damage there, but not the biggest deal in the world. I do like the anti-volley measures that you've taken. It's just, you know, you can get around them if you time things out properly. Alright, so it looks like I pulled 2 groups. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of this Mega Mutton before that might hit me. Okay, good. Before the entire group got around, though, is what I was gonna say. There's a Jimbo as well. I'll just be a little aware. Try not to get hit by him. Headshot. Should take him down. There we go. Alright, so, I mean, this group was pretty good. I pulled 2 kind of accidentally, which is pretty good for you. I didn't really notice that I was doing it. You could see that the Mega Mutton, though, I think you should switch out the groups that you have, how they are. You should have the Mega Mutton in the back because he moves quicker, and then the Jimbo a little bit forward so that they would arrive at the same time if you pulled both groups. Or at least closer to the same time. Might be a little bit more beneficial, unless you had some reasoning for it that I didn't really see. Alright, so I'll drop a volley there. That should kill almost everything. Except for the Scorpio. Headshot, Scorpio should die. This is looking a lot easier than it normally would look because I'm, you know, 2 levels over and 4 levels over a lot of these mobs, like the Scorpio and stuff like that. Also, I think maybe you use a few too many of these Boxing Glove, Hungerbots, and Scorpios. They're not really good units by themselves, so to make use of them, like, it's pretty difficult. The utility they give, I mean, yes, if they hit, they're pretty decent, but other than that, they're not really amazing units. They're difficult to use as well. I haven't gotten hit by one yet, so it's quite a few points that hasn't really done anything for you. Especially with archers with roll, like even if I get hit by it, I can still dodge out of things with roll, because it doesn't limit that at all. Alright, so another one of these groups. I'm kind of indifferent about the Smelly Warrior in this group. I feel like the Smelly Warrior and the Cyclops have the same role, wherein that I'm like trying to get away from those two units while killing the entire group. I think having something else like an archer instead of the Smelly Warrior might add a little bit more, because as I'm backing up and kiting these things, I have to also be aware that there's archer shots shooting at me, and I have to dodge kind of sideways as well as backwards. It might be pretty good to, you know, think about switching that out. I don't really see anything. Okay, so there's another one of these Hungerbots. So I'll just kind of hit this and try to dodge this out of the way. There we go. Take no damage. Oh, I'm on the wrong keys though. This is kind of weird. I still have one potion, but I'm pretty sure... Oh wait, never mind. I think I bought the next level up because my archer's higher level now. These are for like level 20s or something. And I didn't buy any of those potions, so never mind. That's fine. I thought maybe they changed it so that there was only one potion for practice attacks, which would be kind of weird. But they didn't. Alright, so now we're into kind of like time waster mode, it seems like. Which, I mean, like I said in the previous castle that I did, time wasting castles are severely nerfed because of how the timer works now. At the very least, I'll be able to get, you know, 1 or 2 stars rather than 3. So I'll still get some of the loot. Like, I've attacked a couple castles since this patch came out, and I've never had one where I, you know, failed to get the loot completely. I haven't really died to many castles, though. I guess if you die, obviously, but not, like, based on timing out. I haven't had that happen. Alright, so this is kind of a little safe zone. What do we have up here? It looks like another anti-volley group. I guess I'll kill a bad dog. I don't know why, but I'll do it. I mean, it's kind of a mistake for me to do that. Let's see if I can time out a volley to kill off those smelly warriors, I mean. Alright, so again, smelly warriors, not really my favorite unit. A lot of people like using them. I don't think, I mean, they're okay, but if you know how to deal with them, I haven't really ever died to smelly warriors. I don't think. Alright, so here we have another anti-volley. I'm gonna headshot that so that he dies straight away. And then I'll just kind of kite these guys back for a little bit. Alright. But this is a pretty good boss room. Again, you have one of these Hungerbots. It would be good, I guess, if you got hit by that Hungerbot, because you'd be moving so slow that you'd probably get trampled. So, I mean, it works pretty well together. I'm just a little over-leveled to your castle, so it's a pretty good one. I only got 2 stars, so I'm guessing people around 26 and lower will have trouble getting, you know, 2, probably always get 1 star, and might even die to it. So, yeah, pretty good castle. That's number 3, so we'll end the video here. If you guys enjoy what I do, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of Viewer Castles, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. Comment on my castle or comment on one of these videos. Give me your in-game name and I will get to your castle whenever I have time. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.